So we're going to finish this episode out with a vegetarian burrito. In that's going to be some beans, a little bit of onion, some avocado, some mushrooms, some cheese. To get that started though, we're going to go ahead and start cutting our onions. Alright, I'm going to cut off both ends and kind of make a slit down the middle. It'll let me peel a layer off. Don't be shy about onions. I have a trick with those to get the smell out of your skin, because they can get kind of smelly. Go ahead and throw that in the trusty old sink. So we've got our onions pretty well chopped up. You may be crying a little bit. If you are, I'm sorry, and I hope you're not thinking of me. I'm going to go ahead and put these aside. It's a good trick I actually learned from a good friend of mine, that if you rub your hands on steel when you wash your dishes or your knives, if you got that oniony smell in your hands, if you rub them against the steel, the stainless steel, it'll actually get rid of the scent. So it's a cool little kitchen tip you might like to use. I use it all the time. They actually now sell these bars that look like soap, but are just now stainless steel bars. I'm going to rinse my knife though, so I don't get oniony mushrooms. I'm going to cut up some mushrooms just like I did the onions. Move those over to our same plate with our onions. If you get a couple large chunks, don't worry about it. Just keep going. Give it a quick rinse, and we're going to go into an avocado. There's a large seed in the middle of an avocado, so if you kind of take your knife and just kind of spin it around, you'll hit the seed. But then you can just kind of twist and pop it out. There's a cool little way to do this. If you score it, kind of like making a cross patterns. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I hope you can. Then you do this. You can actually flip an avocado inside out and get a little bit of the chunks out of it. Just an easy way to cut up an avocado. A lot of people will take a spoon too and kind of scoop it out like I was scooping out the squash earlier. An avocado skin's really thick, so it's not hard to do. This cutting technique actually works really well with mangoes. If you like fruit, try it out sometime. Can impress people. They look like little turtle shells or something when you flip them around. Okay. And we'll take these little chunks, add them to our plate, filled with mushrooms and onions. We're going to move over to our skillet. I've got a little pan going at about medium to medium-low heat, not too hot. I'm just going to throw the mushrooms in. Got a little bit of olive oil in there and some onions. The onions will start to sweat when they turn kind of golden browns with the mushrooms. We'll turn the heat down and add the avocado. We'll kind of soften up a little bit. I also have some black beans. They're just some regular black beans. I'm going to add those once we've got the avocados in. This will be the filling for our burrito. As mentioned earlier, I've been using our steamer to get some tortillas really malleable and soft. It makes them easier to work with and they're easier to roll. So in a second I'll pull those out. Go ahead and add our avocado. And just because of my size limitations on the pan, I'm going to grab a bowl and put this into a bowl. And then we're going to heat some of the black beans we've got. Take a little bit of water and add them to the beans. It's just so they don't dry out in the cooking process. Here I've already got our tortillas ready. We'll use those in a second. I'm going to lay out a plate and move a tortilla shell onto it. Do it this way. Come over to the sink and drain some of this water or excess liquid out. Go ahead and be careful, it's really hot. So I'm going to kind of scoop a little bit of this out onto it, or mixture, to the middle of the tortilla. Grab some of these beans. Throw them on top. And I'm going to finish it off by grating some mozzarella cheese over it. Turn that down while I do this. And then we'll roll it up. Some people have difficulty rolling. If you just kind of squish it in, make a taco a little bit, taco shape, and then kind of fold in the sides, and then roll. You can get most of it in there without spilling a whole lot. Looks like I lost one bean, but there you go, and you'll have a burrito. You can finish that off by grating a little bit more cheese and maybe sticking it in the oven just to melt the cheese on top. We'll plate things up and we'll be back in a second or two and we'll have everything and walk you through it. So thank you, and I'll see you in a second.